This is an ABP Live Podcast.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Bollywood Binge and Beyond. I'm your host Niharika Nanda and आज मेरे साथ है एक और content creator जिनकी again मुझे ज़्यादा introduction देने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. He is the one and the only Dev Raiyani. Hi Dev, welcome to Bollywood Binge and Beyond.
Hello, Niharika. Thank you for having me here.
It's all my pleasure. I mean, 600,000 people already follow you. So, कुछ खास मैं नया आपको कैसे ही introduce करूं. But we can definitely give them new things to talk about you. And that is exactly what we're going to do in today's podcast.
Of course, let's get on with it.
Absolutely. So, let's start from the very basics. According to my research, your first YouTube video went up at the age of 13. So how did that happen? And ये inspiration कहाँ से आई उस age पर to start doing something of that sort?
The main part of it was I had no friends in school, and there was this person in my grade who had a YouTube channel, and everyone was his friend. All the girls were like talking about him, and it was more out of jealousy, I guess, or admiration. But I was also a YouTube kid all the time on YouTube, looking at so many videos, just constantly. It was a dream of sorts, and I did it for like 6-7 years with only like 200 subscribers, just doing my own thing. And then lockdown may blow up hua, to then
Right.
then actually I let go. I haven't really uploaded much, but that's a different story.
But
That's how it started.
right, and videos are not just limited to YouTube for that matter. Your Instagram is blowing up by the day, and it's not a new thing. It's been happening since quite long. So how has the Instagram journey been yet?
Instagram, if anyone goes and scrolls down, I've always just fooled around on Instagram. Social media
Goofy
is like a
content.
playground. Yeah, social media is like a playground for me. I've never really taken it as a job or anything. But then lockdown, I don't know, group of friends and we blew up, and it was just a whole other experience of what to do with it.
Right.
And I did get carried away. We all got carried away. But I've finally come back to my roots of just having fun on it and just doing my own thing. Yeah.
I think that's the best part for most of the people out there. Social media is a very, escape kind of a thing where you don't want to, think about work. You want to just enjoy, look at reels, look at what other people are doing. So it's nice that you are also creating content and also having fun with it.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. And another thing that I remember, because I was following Agastya Shah and since quite some time, and I've been following you as well. So I have seen this, very young, both of you are sitting and flipping bottles, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Right. So how
Yeah.
did that come about? And तब से videos बनाने का ही idea आ गया दिमाग में.
Was both of us, we had no other friends except each other. We both were YouTube kids, and bottle flip challenge was huge at that time. And we used to literally just travel to each other's house and just film ourselves flipping bottles. It was quite a story, which is so dumb when you think about it, but it created many memories, and it was one of like the best moments of our lives, flipping bottles.
I would say that is what, really brought in the whole vibe of creating videos within the two of you. And now look at you two as, content creators. You've been growing so much. So I would say, what's the harm? Best, ऐसे young timing की stories ही जो है, अगर वही best हो तो क्या जा रहा है? It's good.
I have a funda that when you grow, you should always have your friends around you and make them grow with you. Always
Right.
have, never be alone. It's just, it'll get depressing at one point. So always have your best friends around you at all points of time and see them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Sorry, just a second. Just a second.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, okay. So, Dave, tell me this. You've been moving towards music a lot lately, and songs that have been, made by you and worked upon by you are doing rounds on Instagram and on internet in general. So, how did this inclination towards music come up?
I've always loved listening to music, and I never thought of the idea of making it until like lockdown was just a really changing moment in my life. I was just sitting and I was just wondering. I still remember the night. It was like 3 a.m. and I was like, it would be really cool to have like songs on like Spotify and Apple Music and stuff. I was just thought of the idea of it being very cool. And when I think of something, I'll just do it, like because
Mm,
lockdown mein ऐसे भी कुछ क्या कर रहे थे हम. So then I just saw like 100 YouTube videos on how to make music, and I just made a song and put it out. Like I didn't even think twice about it, and that song did really well. So and I just loved the entire process of doing it. So yeah, became my new passion.
right. So you are the next up and coming Anuv Jain of Gen Z.
I'm just my own person. Anuv is his own person. We're just chilling.
Right, right, absolutely. But let's hope that that's how your R&B experience goes ahead.
Mhm. Let's hope indeed.
Is something in the making these days as far as music is concerned?
I have been learning. I like to learn things, and like this whole 6 months has been of me experimenting with music because I want to find my own sound. But I've also been learning how to DJ with my best friend
Okay.
because we both decided that we want to just do that for the rest of our lives, always, like every Sunday, just both of us just DJ together, something fun, nothing like big scale. But
Hmm.
I've been learning to do that, and I've been making more music. I plan to release it before I leave for university too. But yeah, that's just the journey.
Okay. And talking about university, a Mumbai boy going to LA for studies, how was that transition? Was it smooth? Was it rough? How was it?
So I did online university for
Hmm.
6 months during
Okay.
COVID lockdown and stuff. So I didn't have a first year at
Hmm.
all. Going there, everyone like had already made friends and stuff, and it was pretty hard. And it does get lonely over there. But then
Hmm.
again, I'm super grateful for having the experience to go there, and
Right.
it's really eye-opening
True.
because it's a completely different world over there. I'd say it's the same in terms of social media now because Mumbai
Hmm.
is also getting like the hub of influencers, and LA already is the hub of influencers. But
Right.
over there, I'm studying something completely different. So I tend to keep my mind in that sphere. And I live two different lives in Mumbai and in LA. It's both very different.
Okay. And how did adulting sort of, hit you? Did it hit you before when you were here in Mumbai, or did it get that, or did shit get real when you were in LA?
Shit keeps getting real every year for me. I just can't have a normal shit. Every shit keeps getting real. But yeah, I'd say before Mumbai also a lot have happened to like make me realize more about life. And I used to be a very overthinking person, so
Hmm.
everything in my life is like what used to be double thought of, and that's how I became more like susceptible to situations and everything. But
Right.
LA, it sort of opened my eyes and told me to like shut up about the overthinking part and
Hmm.
just love myself and have fun with my friends because we're young, man. No one really cares about this
Right,
stuff.
exactly. And this is the time to have fun. This is the time to have the time of your life, I would say.
Yeah, for sure.
And we saw some really fun and goofy videos of you and your friends, जिनको you had, really well, अच्छे से आपने groom कर दिया था with Bollywood lyrics in so many of your videos. So how did you manage that? Like उनको वो एक एक line to make them memorize the whole thing and make them goof around in the video. How did that happen?
It was we were all just in this Airbnb we had booked for my friend's birthday,
Hmm.
and we were just sitting bored, and my mind is something else only, so I was just listening. I was listening to that song. I just watched Delhi Belly, and I loved that
Right.
song. I don't know if I can say it,
Yeah, yeah, you
but
can. It's okay.
Bhag De Ke Boss. Yeah, Bhag De Ke
Right.
Boss. I was just telling them the story about how I used to love that song as a kid, and my mom used to keep telling me to shut up, and I didn't know what it means. And then I'm like, it would be so crazy to hear like these white people say that
Right.
and like crazy. So I don't know, it was a process, but it was such a
Mhm.
fun process. I, they keep reminding me of like how fun that whole process was,
Right.
and they were all into it. No one
Mm.
was like, one was like a diva and like nahi karna hai mere ko. Like it was
Yeah.
all like fun vibes,
Fun.
and I did
Right.
it again and again with different people too. I
Mm.
think it's fun.
They enjoyed it?
Yeah, they enjoyed it a lot. They kept watching it again and again, and it went
Right.
viral as hell. I don't know how that
Right,
happened.
exactly. I
Yeah.
think that was, one of the videos that made me follow you because I
Yeah,
really loved it, man. I really loved it. And it was a goofy AF video, I would say. It's really nice.
yeah, just friends having fun on social media.
Absolutely. And we also, a couple of times we get to see your family come up in your videos. So,
Hmm.
do they like it? Do they enjoy it? There was a really goofy video of you and your mom just simply washing utensils. And that was so fun.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
do they love being a part of your content, or are they like, nahi, tu me kar do types? What is the vibe there?
No, they're all really supportive and they all love being part of it. My mom
Right.
especially, she's been trying to. She just started Instagram for her own
Oh,
self. Yeah, she has a business, so she's like promoting it and stuff. It's pretty cute. She tells me, "Bhai, edit kar le mera, edit kar le." I do sometimes, but it's like,
so
but
you
it,
will be her manager, I would say.
yeah, I could be.
Hmm. We'd like to see her pop up as the next mom influencer.
Who knows? She could be. She has the genes, reverse genes.
Hmm. Absolutely, she does. My God, no one can say, that she's aging any day because we've seen her in so many of your stories and vlogs and videos. It's really fun.
Yeah.
And coming back a little to music and your, idea of it, any particular artist or any particular type or genre of music that you really like?
I really love like music that makes you feel something a
Hmm.
lot, like really grand sounding orchestral music. I've been listening to choirs, like Christian choirs, and I've been listening to like old opera stuff a lot. And I want to integrate that into my music, and just make people feel things they haven't felt before, because I have had that journey with so many songs where I'm just like, whoa, what is this? I've
Right,
never heard something like this before.
right,
And yeah, I think feelings are really important, and music is the only way where you can say something without actually talking to the person,
right.
and it helps.
And so, what was that? Any one of those songs that really, touched your heart or really made you think or feel things?
There's this band called M83.
Okay.
Um, I think it's this Norwegian band, or I don't know, but they make
Mhm.
pretty grand sounding music. And this other artist called Novo Amor, who
Okay.
makes really Surreala, nice sounding. Like I had a period of, I think, like 1.5 year where I only slept to his music. I would put that on and it would put me to sleep. Like this one song, Spotify pe top aa gaya wo year. But yeah, I just like these two bands, the band and I saw Nova More live and I cried my eyes out because it really helped me throughout my life. So having that connection is really important, and I want to build that connection with at least one person in my life, if not a million.
Oh, I'm sure you already have that kind of a connection with a lot of many people out there who love your content. So music se bhi bani jayega, I'm sure.
Let's
So
see.
you sing also?
Yeah.
Would you like to hum a couple of lines for us? Any song, Hindi, English, any of your favorite artists? Kuch bhi.
No, 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 no. I don't do all that.
Please, 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 please give me a personal concert. Come on, yeah. Maybe a couple of years down the line, I would be standing in a huge bheed of people while you'll be performing on the stage. But now that I have you one on one, why not give me a small personal concert? Just two, three lines.
My voice, like I have had the worst cold, but I can sing like I don't know, like uh, लकड़ी की काटी काटी पे घोड़ा घोड़े के तो मारा हथौड़ा. Yeah, I just rapped for you.
Come on, यार कुछ तो अलग कुछ भी whatever you feel like कोई भी गाना
I
चलेगा.
don't. I'm getting high and all. You see me in my concert, like I'll front row VIP ticket. I'll get you. Don't worry.
Pakka. Then this is, this is going online then. You have to
Yeah,
remember this.
for sure, for sure.
For
Done.
sure. Okay, done. चलो फिर तो मेरी सीट पक्की.
Yeah.
So they've tell me this. You are, this social media content creator. People see a version of you online. So who is Dev Rayani when he's not in front of the camera?
I don't know who I am. I'm figuring it out every day
Right.
personally. I think I'm this very silent guy who doesn't like to be around people. Other times I just want to be around people and want to socialize with people and just have the time of my life. I'm I am discovering who I am. I don't really know who I am. And I think people around you really influences that. And I keep jumping from groups because in LA I have a whole different soup group of friends. Here I have a whole different group of friends. So I'm still trying to find, and I think it's a good thing not to know who you are in this period of time at least, because you can be whoever you want, however you want, and it's just a great thing to do.
Right. So I think that's what your 20s are pretty much for, to figure out what life is about, what you as a person are about.
Yeah, for sure.
So what is, the big picture? Is the big picture content? Is the big picture music? Or are you still in the process of figuring that out as well?
My mom said like the 3 weeks ago, she said, put your seed in one basket and make it grow and see how that goes and just do everything 100% in one thing. But I don't have that fund at all. I think I'm putting my seeds in like many baskets. I'll watch them grow and I'll pick the plant which I want. So I don't have a final goal yet. In everything that I'm doing, I have the biggest goal that I have, and I'll compromise when it's time to choose, or maybe I won't choose. I'll do more than one thing. Who knows? But I don't want to restrict myself from other dreams that I have for a dream that I have. Yeah.
So that's a very nice thing to say because I think जो चीज हमें स्कूल में कॉलेज में नहीं बताई जाती because I think 10th के बाद से ही ना वो प्रेशर दे दिया जाता है that now you have to choose this one thing and you have to stick to it all your life. But
Yeah.
honestly, being a 25-year-old, you are in your early 20s as well. I'm sure that you've also seen it, and I have also seen it since a couple of years that it's not just one thing. You have your entire 20s to try multiple different things, give everything a shot, and whatever relates the most to you, connects the most to you, choose that.
For sure. Exactly. And I feel like you shouldn't ever allow anyone to tell you what to do unless
Hmm.
it's your family and they know what's good for you, and as long as not hurting you, um you should always do what they want, but also do what you want. Find time to do what you want all the time. Never Always be happy in what you're doing. Never force yourself to do something because you don't want to be stuck doing something for the rest of your life that you despise. And
Absolutely,
I like,
because Vayanaki problems you have to face in every and any situation that you might be. Could be a career, could be family, could be relationships, anything. So might as well, face those problems in a career and while doing something that you really love.
yeah, for sure.
So they've tell me this, you moved to LA, I think 2 years back, right? Or one,
Mm. 2 years ago.
2 years ago. So something that we all Indians swear by is our food.
Yeah.
So how did that cultural change, hit you? वहां पे भी did you love eating Indian food या फिर वहां पे did you try multiple cuisines? Food का क्या scene था वहां पर and how did this change was managed for you?
The food otherwise is really good in LA, really good
Hmm.
Mexican stuff, really good Italian. But my number one is Indian food, and
Hmm.
the food in LA is terrible. It's so bad that I cannot eat. Have been 2 years, and me and my friends were just searching for this one Indian place that will just like we can have. But otherwise, I cook. This year, I started cooking. Like I cook my dadi's chicken recipe most of the time. Then I cook like dal, mung no dal, and yeah. Otherwise, I cheat and I order in. But food ka scene is little iffy. My first year, though, the college ka food was just terrible. It was like so bad. It was bland American food, which is just not my taste palette. But otherwise, I think now I'm learning more things to cook so I can have more than moong dal every day. But otherwise, that's the scene of food. But I came back and I was like, wow, this is heaven. Ghar ka khana. I'm not
Right.
even ordering. I'm just
Mm,
having totally shak and roti every day.
right.
It's-
And is it like whenever my father had to travel bahar, so there always used to be this one bag filled with snacks and ready to eats and Maggie and this and that. So was that the case with you as well?
Yeah, I had a whole like suitcase of stuff and it all got over in 1 month. I couldn't. I have to ration. I have to make more like time for it because I can't
Right.
hog the entire thing in a month.
Hmm.
But yeah.
And how is the content creation life treating you? I mean, right now, content creators are the biggest buzz ever, with events to attend, traveling from this place to the other, meeting celebrities. So, how is that life treating you?
It treated me. I think I'm I'm just saturated by it. I go for things that I like. Like if I like the brand that's calling me, I'll go for a movie that I want to see really badly. I'll use the perks for sure. Um, but it's not the life for me. Like I've realized over time, like it's just I'm not that much of a social my social battery just dies out within 1 hour of going to an event or with hour of
Right.
meeting someone. Um, and I don't like to think of it as a job. It's a really good thing to have. It's gotten me crazy connections and crazy opportunities that I would never have had. So I'm very grateful for that. But I'm not gonna make it, I can't make it my number one thing in life. It has so many perks, but it also has so many lows
Hmm.
that you really can't see on people's stories. Constantly compare yourself, constantly try to get to a follower count, like count, try to be relevant. It's just such a rushy life. And I respect so many people that are doing it because it takes crazy mental health awards and like stability to do that. But at this point in life, I just can't do that. I'm going to write my emotional stuff on a piece of paper, sing about it, and I'm done. That is my life for now.
That's great. And talking about the lows, something that I ask all, the content creators that I get to meet for my podcast, when those lows really hit you, like there are times when things don't grow, there are times when, stagnation hits, numbers don't seem to be rising. What do you do? Like, what is something that, brings you solace in such times?
So I grew up. I started this my content creation journey in when I was 13,
Right.
and I used to get bullied in school for it. So my thing was never to become famous. It was just to prove people wrong.
Hmm.
That was my main thing. So numbers never really got to me. Obviously, like when it stopped growing in the middle, I used to be like, yaar, kya ho raha hai? I have to push more content. There's no formula to doing this. There's literally no formula. And whatever reels you see of how to grow followers, how to stay relevant, it's all BS. It's all just a ploy to get you to follow them because in the end, they will say, or follow karna hai aise tips ke liye. They will say
Right,
it.
right. Absolutely.
All this like life coaching also, like it does help people in whatever they can find solace, but don't fall prey to it. Like just be yourself, because I've realized people love uniqueness. People love th- they can see through the phone also now that when you're being genuine and when you're being fake. Like it's very easy to tell because our generation is very like up to date with how people feel, how sensitive things are and everything. So they will tell, when the follower will tell when you're being real and being fake, and they'll unfollow you when you're being fake. So I think just be yourself. Don't try to be another content creator. Don't try to be another version of yourself. Just, I think growing slowly is much better than trying to become viral, because people love the idea of fame and everything, and I get that. I also love the idea of fame and being like noticed everywhere. And I'm not saying it's tiring to be noticed everywhere or anything. It's a pretty good life. but don't try to race to it, because you'll get there, but then you'll immediately not be there anymore. There'll always be someone else. It's better to have a loyal, nice, respectful fan base rather than thousands of hate comments because they don't actually know who you are. Yeah, that's it.
True. Makes sense actually. And so let's play a small game of a rapid fire. Okay. Just some fun questions to rattle your brain and to, tell a little more about you to your audience and to mine as well. So, of
Mhm.
course, the first question is any favorite content creator that you really like and you really like their content?
Um, I don't consume content at all. Any famous content creator that I really like? That's a KSI.
Okay.
Been watching him since I was a child.
Mhm.
So I just love how he expresses himself and just is himself regardless.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm really
Any
bad with
one?
names. So I'm sure
Hmm.
there are more, but I just can't remember them.
No, no, no worries. That's fine. Any one food item that you can eat your entire life?
The Szechuan cheese grilled vada pav from Mithi Bhai. I can have that all my life. Yeah.
Okay. A deepest, darkest fear of yours?
Um, a deepest, darkest fear. I'll say like a tsunami, or to be shallow, or just losing someone
Hmm.
very dear to me out of nowhere without any closure or anything, which is more
Right.
deep than a tsunami.
Yeah, yeah, much, much more, I would say. Okay. So, a content creator that you would like to go on a date with, or you've had a crush on some point in time.
Puneet Superstar.
Why? Why would you say that?
That'll be the most chaotic and fun date ever. I think I'll have fun
Really
on that.
chaotic and will come out with some good cringy content, I would say.
I don't find his content cringe at all. I love him so much.
Hmm.
Or Rakhi Sawant. I just love such people who are just oh my god, what is happening? Like you can question what's happening. So yeah, one of them.
Okay. Okay, that was a great ending to the rapid fire, I would say. Very perfect. And since now this is also a podcast that we're talking about, you yourself do a couple of podcasts. So how has that been? Like working around podcasts and talking to people on it. How has that journey
I love having conversations with people I've never met. I love telling them about myself, knowing about them too, seeing how they are as people. I don't judge them. I just love knowing more people and just understanding more about perspectives in life. So podcasts are great.
been?
Um, I just don't like those shitty podcasts where like they just talk about such dumb things like um masculinity and all. Like it's
Ooh.
just um yeah, I'm starting the school thing with my best friend too. Well, it's not a podcast really, it's just like us fooling around and filming it. We're gonna have crazy ideas. It's just really excited for it. We've been talking about it since 3 weeks, so let's see
And that will
where it
be
goes.
happening here in India or in LA?
We're gonna film like episodes here in India, and then it's a one-off thing, not gonna
Hmm.
happen again. Yeah.
Ooh, very exclusive, I would say. Exclusive and short term.
Yeah, short term.
Looking forward to it by all means. And I'm sure that your fans got a deeper insight into you as a person, your music, and your dreams by this conversation. And I hope that you had fun.
I did have fun. Thank you.
I am so
Nice to
glad.
meet.
Yeah, same here. We also, we've never met each other and still we had a conversation. And I think that is the best part about podcast, I would say.
Yeah, that's true. Makes you
Right?
meet, makes you have conversations you never have. It
Exactly.
was good.
I'm
And
so glad.
I'm keeping your ticket for my concert.
Woohoo! I am looking forward to it by all means.
Okay.
I'm so glad that you had this talk with me today, Dev. It was truly, truly amazing. Thank you so much for coming on Bollywood Binge and Beyond.
for having me.
Thank you.